When Jesus came and he taught and he healed, he turned the whole world upside down and inside out. Today, we remember Pentecost. We celebrate Pentecost. Before I can tell you about Pentecost, we remember that the people of God were set apart. And when Jesus died, and God made him alive again, he then went to live with God. And the rest of our story began on Pentecost. Jesus' disciples were huddled together in an upper room. The doors were locked, the shutters were closed. Jesus had told them to wait in Jerusalem. I'm going to send you a special present. The Holy Spirit is coming. So there they were, waiting. And suddenly a strong wind filled the little room, whistling through the walls. And there, on everyone's head, were flickering flames, fire that didn't hurt or burn. How it happened, they didn't know. They had seen Jesus go away, but now he felt even closer than he had been before, inside their hearts. And so they threw open the door and ran out and began to share the good news with the world. And the disciples began to spread the good news around the world. Peter and Stephen and Paul, they began to share the good news all over the world to all of God's people. And people like Timothy heard the good news. And he was not one of the people of God, but he became a preacher and told others the good news. And then Lydia, she was also not one of the people of God. But she worked and she gave her money to the church so that others could go out into the world to share the good news. And more people heard the good news. More and more, till it was your grandparents heard the good news. And your parents heard the good news. And now you have heard the good news. Jesus kept his word to send the Holy Spirit to the disciples, to us, to be our guide, to be a teacher, to be our comforter while he was not with us. Jesus knew the Holy Spirit would help us to do our work here on earth. Jesus also gave us a couple of good reminders of what our work would be while we are here. Jesus said that we are salt and that we are light. Salt and light in this world. I'm making chocolate chip cookies today. My recipe has eggs and butter and sugar and flour. And do you know what else? It's a very important ingredient when you're making chocolate chip cookies. Salt, just a little bit. A little bit of salt makes the chocolate chip cookies taste sweeter. Did you know that? Salt enhances the flavor. Oh, these are gonna be so good. You know, Jesus told his followers that they were the salt of the earth. I wonder what Jesus was thinking the followers could enhance or make better. I've got it! What could be sweeter than God's love? And God's love is all around us. But when you, the salt of the earth, interact with it, when you share it and spread it and give it to others, you enhance it. You make it even sweeter, even bigger. And that is pretty amazing.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
I wonder what your favorite part of the story was today. I wonder if you can think of more candles that we could light around our circle today. I wonder what you think it means to be salt. And how will you be like salt in this world? I wonder what you think it means to be light. I wonder if you think the world needs more light right now. Have you seen any dark places or heard of any dark places that need light? How will you be salt and how will you be light for the world? Jesus was right. This world really needs those two things, salt and light. Remember that with the Holy Spirit living and working inside of you, the love of Jesus and God always being with you, that you can be the brightest light to shine just where people need it. And the best sprinkle of salt just where it's needed most. Boys and girls, you're amazing, and I love you so much. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.